Da da dee da do do dee 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 dee. All right, we're live, boys. It's go time, baby. We got Shape in the building. Call him Shape. Welcome. Thanks everybody for coming in. Bum, bum, bum. What's up, YZTC? How you doing, man? You're always the first comment. You know that. What's up, Dave, my boy? No evasions. How you doing? Very cool. Very cool. We'll let the live build up a little bit before we get to business. We got a lot of people. What's up, Armando? How you doing? TA, what's up? Let's go. Buckle up. You know it, baby. You know it.
Put them seatbelts on.
Everybody's in here. This guy goes, I just turned 30. Wait, I turned 36 next week and just now have an okay job with 401k and a pension. Pension's a huge deal. They don't really just hand those out anymore. Still live with the parents, no car payment, only up from here. Yeah, dude. Sounds like you're doing pretty well, man. I think that's pretty good. All right. We got Tony Lombardo, my boy. Keep it light, keep it loose, keep it fresh. What's up, clean sauce boss? nice picture there. That's awesome. Let this build up a little bit more, and then we'll get cooking here. Jim Berg, fuckle up, Buckers. You know it. Someone said they're going to pass me a virtual joint somewhere. I think that was the clean sauce boss guy.
Make sure it's sativa, baby.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to stay awake.
Yeah, stay awake in here, man.
Yes, sir.
What's up, Gio? How you doing, brother? All right. Ayo, Cashmere Fire. You know it's good. Very cool. Boom, 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 boom. Diddly-diddly-doo. Build up the live just a little bit more. We got 90 people in here. Let's hit the 100, and then we'll get cooking. Cheers from New York. What's good? What's up, Nanya? How you doing? Ford, what's up? Kota Bidenomics. Okay, what's up? Armando back in. We've got a lot of people coming in here. All right, let's get this party started. Buckle up. You know the deal. Take a hit. Oh, my bad. I got to keep it in rotation. My B, baby. My B. So tonight's, if you guys are new here to the live, basically, I let any of you guys come on. I'm going to put the link out in a little bit here. Tonight's topic is fear of failure, fear of success, and we're frozen. Of course, we're frozen. It's cool. We're back. So fear of failure, fear of success, and fear of rejection. I feel like we've all been through that, or at least I have. This is Forever Bachelor says, don't get married. Cool. All right. Yeah, so basically me and Shape came down for a visit, do a little bit of collab work.
And my birthday. I just turned 36, so shout out to all the 36-year-olds.
Shape's birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you, brother.
Okay. And basically we went out yesterday and we did street interviews. Mostly Shape was just doing the interviews. I was not prepared whatsoever. I was just kind of soaking it in, going, how does this work? But I got to say, Shape did excellent, man. And we were both, I was definitely nervous, even though I barely interviewed nobody. But we noticed, though, you get rejected a lot doing it. And we actually we went to Miami. We ran into basically every single street interview person on YouTube. Yeah. The Desirable Truth guy, we were chilling with him for like an hour, just kicking it. It turns out the spot we picked, because I kind of knew where these people were doing it because I live down here. The spot we picked is actually that dude, Desirable Truth's main spot. So we were already there, and he just came up and set up right next to us. And then all of a sudden, there was like 5 or 6 other interviewers that are all roaming this block. It was actually really funny. What was the other guy's name?
We've seen Aiden Ross.
The Aiden Ross guy.
Playing with Fire.
That dude. The Playing with Fire guy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I actually let him give me a mini interview. That was fun. But I got to tell you, man, because we were talking about that, and now that like, because doing anything, I guess you have anxiety. I guess it's normal. Like, am I going to make it? Is this really going to work? And it's working. Like, we got to 30K. Thank you everybody for being here. And
oh, since last live, you weren't 30K since last
no,
live?
no. So I don't think I was at 30K in the last live. But like, for instance, my fear has always been fear, not a fear of success, but fear of failure. That's always been my biggest one. And rejection. Shape is not afraid of rejection at all. Otherwise, we wouldn't even be hanging out because you reached out to me. But before we send out the link here, let you guys come in. Shape, what do you think you suffer with? You think what do you think your big one is? Because mine's mostly the failure and rejection is my big one.
For me personally, it's probably fear of success. I think success could give you a lot of anxiety if you feel like it's going to be a big change to your life. You know, a lot of people are resistant to change and all the unknowns that come with sex. So success that come with success. So absolutely, you know, for me, fear of success for sure.
This one right there. Fear of failure. What does that say? Fear of failure leads to no success, and I reject the idea of rejection. Wow, that was beautiful. That was awesome. I got to smoke what that guy's smoking.
I reject.
That
I
was
reject the idea.
I reject the idea of rejection. That's beautiful. Yeah, the one guy, I forget what the comment is, but he says they do it in Brickell. Yeah, that's exactly where they do it. Yeah. Right in Brickell. Yeah, we actually switched it up. We went to this spot in Fort Lauderdale's nice beachfront spot. And I got to say, everything turned out really good. Shape did a great job. I think he found his groove.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was like, Shape's way better. He's really good in the wild. What shape is Taco in? Taco's doing great. He was actually tripping out because last time he was watching the live and everybody was asking if he was homeless. And he thought I had said something that he might be homeless. And I was like, I never said that.
What? Why would he think that?
I know. He was, but they were asking it in the comments if Taco was homeless. And I'm like, no, he's in his room.
The comments can be brutal.
Yeah, they can. No, Taco's doing good. He's just working. You know, I tried letting him come on here and work with me and do all that. But you know what? Turns out, you know, it's not what he wants to do. So I'm not going to force him to do something he don't want to do. Here, let me send the link out real quick. I'm going to send the link out, guys. Anybody who wants to join can pop on in. The link's going to be in the comments. I need to figure out how to pin this. I think that's a big deal because I don't know how to do it. I'll let you man that back. My bad.
Pin what?
But I got to tell you, I never thought about fear of success before. And now that I'm like doing this full time, thanks to you guys, I got to say, I don't think it's not scary, but it's definitely now that I don't have a job, I definitely think about it where it's like, oh man, I really have to make sure I'm pulling up and I'm doing this. Like there's no more backup now. And I got to say, it's a little scary, but it's also like totally stoked to the max about it. I got to tell you, but it is a bit scary. I will say, what is it? There's a reason it's called self-esteem. True. Very true. I think yesterday when we went out, I definitely was feeling, I was really nervous, but I wasn't prepared. I didn't have like, I wasn't prepared to ask people questions. I didn't really think about it. Shape just said, hey, let's go do street interviews. And I said, absolutely. And then we get there and I'm like, I'm not prepared at all. But Shape was on point, man. I got to tell you, we got somebody hopping in here right now. We got our first caller of the night. Looks like we in the building. Anthony, what's going on, brother?
What's going on, Jack? So I want to go on the topic first, and then I'll give you an update on me. So you were talking about fear of failure. That was always something that I struggled with, but at this point in my life, I feel like how could I possibly get any worse than where I'm at right now? So at this point, it's like I don't even fear that anymore.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, I would say my biggest goal is just getting back up on my feet and providing for my wife and for my daughter. But just to give you a quick update, I spoke to you privately, but we started a GoFundMe because my mother-in-law was basically like, I can get you guys a car, but I can't get you guys a car and pay your rent. So we got.
So for the new people watching, why don't you just kind of give them a real quick turbo speed on what's going on with you?
Yeah, for sure. I lost my job. Then right after I lost my job, my wife lost her job, and we've been struggling ever since. The job market here in North Carolina isn't as great as it used to be, and we've been behind on everything. Having to borrow money from friends and all types of craziness. My car got repoed, so I can't even like go to the nearest grocery store to go food shopping and stuff like that.
Unreal.
So, and Jack, you've been one of my biggest supporters, so I thank you.
Of course.
And my wife had a couple words that she wanted to say, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass her the phone. I'm gonna turn the camera off though, because she's a little camera shy. But
yeah, no problem.
Let her say a few words.
Of course.
What was the topic?
Fear of failure, fear of rejection.
Hi, Jack. I'm Connie.
Hey, Connie.
Nice to meet you. Heard a lot about you. I just want to thank you guys so much for all your, support and kind words. It's really meant a lot, and it's really hard for me to ask for help because I like to help people.
Yeah, it's never easy asking for help. It's just not. And but sometimes you have to, and like you can't always go to family. And I'm gonna plug you guys. They have a GoFundMe. I'll plug it in the description once the live is said and done. But I can't even imagine.
Person, so it's kind of hard to ask for help. We already had like some family members like call us and be like, "Why are you doing this? Why are you putting out your family business?" I was like, we have no choice.
Maybe
I have no car. I have no nothing. Like,
maybe it's because I don't want to be homeless. That might be a thing. I wouldn't be afraid. When you have to ask for help, you got to ask for help.
Gotcha.
And people don't always have family to back up on. Just like the guy said earlier, he said he's almost 36 and he's living with his parents. And you know what? Not everyone's got that situation. Yeah. So anytime I hear anybody bitching to me about living with their parents, I'm like, well, it's better than not having anywhere to live. Like, what's the big deal? It's like, make me peanut butter and jelly. I'm stoked, like sign me up.
Of course.
I'm not saying
what was the topic
really
so I can answer the question too. I like always answer. I'm usually when you're on, I'm usually cooking dinner and I'm like answering your questions like in the background. And my husband's like, "You want to go on?" I'm like, "I guess, just no camera."
Well, what was I gonna say? Real quick, JK, thanks for the $2, man. He's smoking some resin right now. I appreciate the 2 big ones, man. Thank you so much. No, it's not easy, and I guess like Anthony was just saying, I don't know if you heard him, but he said he used to be scared of failure, rejection, but now that you guys are in the trenches, it's like none of that even matters right now. You're just trying to get back to a stable life. And I think I heard that 50 Cent said that. He said, you don't have any time to be depressed or anxious about anything when you're at the bottom. It's like you don't have time to even worry about that. So, so I wish you guys all the best. I'm going to let you go.
I appreciate you.
I got someone else coming on the stream. Tell Anthony I said I wish you guys the best. I'll leave you guys' GoFundMe information down there.
Thank you. Well, I have a job interview this week in my field. And it's a lot of money than I've ever made in my life. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed, prayers up to the air. We need a break.
Fingers and toes crossed, baby. Wear your shoes a size bigger. You know what I mean?
Thank you so much, guys. You guys have a good day and a good week.
Absolutely.
Love to hear from you guys.
Take care, Jack.
Later, Anthony. All right. Yeah. It's, you know what? I know what it's like to be in a hard spot. And God, I've had a lot of help in my life. So, people helping people. Help a stranger today. It's a new foundation. Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll click them in there. All right, we got another guy coming in. Colt, what's going on, Colt?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Great, brother. How old are you and where are you hailing from?
Hey, I was on last week. 31, Gainesville, Florida.
All right, I got another Florida boy. So
Yes,
tonight's topic is fear of rejection, failure, and also fear of success. You ever deal with any of this?
Man, for years in my younger 20s, I just let fear of rejection and success and all of it just keep me stagnant for years, man. It really took a long time before I finally realized, the instant gratification thing don't work, and if you're gonna try to get anywhere, it takes hard work.
Yeah, it takes a lot of work, man, and because I've had a lot of, I guess, failures, but I think it's just I just quit early. But
Yeah, me
but
too.
again,
That's what I did.
it's terrible because here I am, now this is working out for me, this whole YouTube thing. But, I can't tell you how many people that have known me for like 15 years and have seen me try all these endeavors. And so sometimes I run into people and they'll go, "Are you still trying that? What are you doing now?" And it's kind of like I always just get this feeling. Well, now I don't, because now I can finally say, no, it's working out now. Like, this is my job, which is great. But before, it really felt like, damn, man, like you could just feel like an idiot, even though nobody really cares. No one's going to bed at night going, "Oh, look at Jack, fucking idiot." No one's doing that. At least I hope they're not. And if they are, that's a weird way to go to bed. But that's just something I deal with. Do you think you still deal with that now? How old are you?
Yo.
Colt? All right, he's blowing the whole stream. We might have to boot him. Sorry, Colt. You're messing up the groove, man. Here, I'm gonna I'm gonna put the link in here again, guys. Don't be afraid to pop in. It'll be a good time. All right, there you go. I can't figure out that damn mouse. If you could figure out how to copy and paste the link. We got a $5 here. We got Black Cab with the 5 big ones from downtown. Here for your show, sir. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. What about this guy, that Jeff guy right there? That one.
Which one?
Yeah, let's see. Get some comments while we're waiting for somebody to enter the chat here. He goes, "I think the future is working for oneself as a 1099 independent contractor. Working in corporate America sucks. The pay sucks, and there's no job security." Yeah, I've never worked in corporate America before. I guess I did at a law firm part-time, but it was part-time, Shape, you worked in corporate America at all?
I did, man, and it wasn't the best experience because if you piss off your boss, you're gonna be, without a job. So
just like that, just done. You're dead.
So very risky, I would say.
Let me see. Chill Bro says, "Once you fail and keep failing, nothing to fear after that. You can only go up." Yeah, I mean, I that's how I like to look at it. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? "I'll send money if you could send it to them." Yeah, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna have to go find the GoFundMe and I'll plug it into the description, and you could donate straight to them. You don't even have to send it to me. Because living with your parents is the best. What's the stigma? I think the stigma is as you get older, it's the same thing. People go, "How old are you? You live with your parents? You're 27." And I don't know why that is. Maybe it's just programming, I guess. We're all kind of programmed to, the sooner you get out of the house, the sooner you're, got your stuff together, I guess,
I mean, it helped me grow. Like, the best thing for me is when I moved out, I feel like I became an adult.
That makes sense.
Actual man, because I didn't have daddy or mommy to, be a safety net for me if shit hit the fan. So I had to make sure I was on top of things.
That's true. We got another guy coming in here.
What up? What's up, guys? Take a hit.
He loves it. There he is.
I'm over here at work, California cannabis, my dude.
Hey.
He's blazing
Down, bro. Let me go back inside because I can't hear you.
Okay. Yeah, go back in there.
Smoke inside, brother.
Smoke inside. There you go.
Nah, bro, I get fired.
Oh. Even if it's cannabis?
Oh, he's working at a he's at a herbal essence store. I love it.
Yeah, I work here, bro.
Easy breezy, beautiful cover.
Hey, I want to say, bro, your fucking podcast is fucking hilarious, bro.
Thanks, man.
And I noticed you're in California. I was like, oh shit. So he truly knows the fucking house is struggle. The house Christ is struggle. And I was like, okay, where?
Well, actually, I'm in Florida now, but I lived in Cali for 5 years, so I
Oh,
totally
for
get it.
sure.
I totally get it. I mean,
Yeah, dude.
it was to the
It's rough,
point.
bro.
I lived in a car out there for like 3 months. I was like, I'm not paying these prices. Like everything kind of went up. In like I think 2018, 2019, at least in Long Beach, everything kind of overnight, all the rents basically doubled overnight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Dude,
was
I'm
not.
in fucking Baytown in this fucking like halfway house situation with fucking weirdos, and I'm just like fucking over it, bro. I'm paying like $980. Luckily, I have like a fucking garage for my car, but I'm ready to get up out of here, dog. I'm gonna this California is a sinking ship filled with gold. I'm about to cash my fucking shit out,
Yeah.
grab my lifeboat, and get the fuck up out of here, dude.
Hey, all you could do is stack your bread up, man. Try and
Yeah.
think of a like research a location and get the hell out of there. I
Trust
mean,
me, bro. I'm already knowing, bro. I'm seeing all these fucking one bedrooms in fucking a bumfuck middle of fucking the United States. And I'm like, what the fuck, bro? $900, $1,000 for one bedroom? I can have my own fucking living room and kitchen? Really?
wait, so okay, let me ask you a question. Are you living in a place right now where you like are you sharing a bedroom or are you like living in a place with
It's
like
a
10
single
people?
room with a bathroom, and it's like a shared like shower situation. That's what you get to. It's like a halfway house.
Okay, yeah, because I put my dad in a place like that.
Yeah,
But-
there's some old people living there. There's like
Yep.
a fucking like 80-year-old dude who fucking. I apologize for cursing so much.
No, it's cool.
There's an 80-year-old dude who like actually is from Germany, from like born in 1920s and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, because funny story though. When my dad was living in this like weird house with like 15 people all sharing bedrooms, I was making nice with all the younger cats. And I was like, hey, look, my dad is recently sober. I go, just do me a favor and, kind of don't encourage them. They're all like, yeah, man, no problem, dog. Like, it's all good. And so I come to pick him up one day and I go in there and my dad's not in his room. And my dad was 65 at this point. So just to paint you a picture. And I'm like, he's not in his room. And I go and I ask one of his roommate and I was like, hey, where's Mark? He's like, oh, I think he's in the bedroom in the back partying with the boys. I go, no way. So, bro, I walk in there. My 65-year-old father is fucking railing coke.
No.
I went in full-blown dad mode. I was like, I was like, you get your ass over here right now, mister. I swear to God, dude.
That's crazy, bro.
I got him out of there like a week later and I set him up.
Bro.
Oh, dude. I just couldn't believe it. I'm like, here's my 65-year-old, Grandpa Mark just railing lines. Anyways, man, I appreciate you coming on. We got somebody else coming in here.
Much love, bro. How it going? Love
Take
you
a
guys.
hit, man. Hey,
Take a hit, bro.
Hey, good luck to you, man. I hope you find hope you find success. All right, brother. All right, we got another guy coming in. We got all right, we got Mojo in the building.
What's up, Jack? How you fellas doing, man?
We're doing great, brother. So you came on here last time, just for anybody new watching. Where are you hailing from and how old are you, my man?
Dude, we're out in Ohio, man, down in the valley, 38 years. I'm level 38, I should say, man, right? We're not old
Nice. Nice. So tonight's topic is fear of failure, success, and fear of rejection. You ever experienced any of that?
I mean, if you haven't, then you're trying to sell something to somebody, man, obviously, because obviously that's where the growth is, through failure. And I guess the way, I kind of look at it is it's not even a thing for me. It's more based where it's I'm here to observe and report, man, and just learn. So not everything's going to be a slam dunk, or not everything I'm going to know, or not everything's going to go the way I think it should be. So if you kind of edge your ego out of it, and just look at it from, we're here to see what the hell's happening and how we handle it. And if you're afraid of failure, man, like, you're never going to know what actual winning feels like, man.
Well, I guess I never really thought about it that way. I think it's because a lot of us, at least in my situation, I think I've kind of lost more than I've won. Maybe that's normal. Shape, you think that's normal?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, all right.
No.
Because like sometimes I feel like you meet people and it's just like everything they do seems to just work out for them. But I guess that's just all you're seeing. You don't maybe.
That's the Joneses, man. That's just the surface level stuff. Behind the scenes, though,
Good point.
They're probably barely hanging on, man. Probably barely hanging on, dude. But that's the kind of way I look at it, man. It's just like it's not necessarily am I gonna fail? Am I gonna succeed? It's just we're gonna try. Are we gonna try something? You know, we started multiple. I mean, shit. I went to school to be a physical therapy and a chiropractor, man. I went to school for something completely wild. Don't even use it. So is that a failure? Probably, but who cares? It was something, you know, we tried, saw if we dug it, and it, you know, didn't work out. We started multiple bands before. They don't work out. Was it a failure? No, it was experiences, man. And again, you meet little integral players throughout the way who something might be a failure, but during that whole encounter as a failure, there might be someone who's in that situation who comes out on the other side who's, you know, a benefactor to where you're going.
No, you know, when I think about it, like all the time and energy I put into skateboarding.
I gotta say, you are a gnarly skateboarder, dude. I watched some of your videos.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, dude. Wow.
Thanks,
very
dude.
cool.
I really wanted to go pro. It just you got a time limit, and you also have to be, you know, in skateboarding, there's no one that gets hired to sit on the bench. That doesn't exist.
Right.
And I was a bench player skateboarder. I'm gonna be real with you. I was better than a lot of people, but when it came to being on the team, I'm cleaning the locker room.
He's the water boy.
Yeah, I'm gripping boards. I'm changing people's wheels for them, giving them shoulder rubs and pep talks. You know, and you know what? Now though, when I look back at it, so many people I know through that. Same with the reselling, right? You meet so many people when you're in that space. And now that I'm not really in it, I still have those connections and I'm still able to work with these people. And it's actually kind of awesome because sometimes I feel like I failed at that too, even though I did make it to a full-time level.
Absolutely. And it's not what is success then? Just doing it until the day you die, you know, you gotta, even with that, it's just experiencing different things, taking a little bit from each experiencing and building something new out of it, you know?
Yeah, because a lot of people don't know success is a poor teacher. You learn nothing when you win. You learn everything when you fail.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
That was beautiful. Yeah. And then, what was the other thing too? Like, shit, I just lost my mind real quick. Let me, thank this dude. Thank you, Colton, for the 5 big ones. He goes, sorry about that, guys. Driving a truck. Okay. Yeah, no problem, man. Don't even worry about it. Thank you for the $5. I appreciate that. But yeah, I guess it's one of those things because that's something I've dealt with, doing so many different things and giving up and then scared to try again. And Shape gets that too, because Shape's someone, we became friends because once he told me his backstory. Shape, do you want to share with everybody all your endeavors? Or you don't have to.
All of them.
It's something that I resonated with because rarely do I meet somebody else who has wanted it so bad that it's almost like I know what the outcome I want is, but almost like I'm willing to try everything to get there. And that's why I resonate with him so much because he shares that same thing with me.
And that's the only way you're going to get places like that, man, is every facet. You got to try every avenue, plant seeds everywhere, man. I mean, it's the same thing, you know, reselling, man. It's the same thing. We're always looking for the old band tees. I'm planting seeds like Johnny Appleseed do with these old flea market head guys. A year later, they hit me up. They're like, hey, I got a storage locker full, you know? So it's about nurturing the seeds you plant, man. And again, not afraid to fail because what makes the measure of a man when they're in the good times or in the bad times? It's how they handle adversity, man. So I guess when it happens, don't say, why me? Say, you know, why not? And just hit it straight on, man. See where you end up on the other side. Because usually you will, unless you're just dead, which, whatever.
I heard this guy, Les Brown, he's like a motivational speaker kind of guy. But he said that one time before, and he was like, what? He goes, oh, bad things happen to you? Who else would you rather them happen to?
Right.
Well, you know, it was like kind of like, you want to give it to somebody else? And so I guess it's so true. I guess we all just got to go through shit. Real quick, Jeremiah, thanks for the $10. Goes, hello from the Ozark Mountains. Proud of your channel. You inspire me. Once rejected for Air Force Academy, I still joined, made officer, got college ed. Wow, that's awesome, man. They told you no, and he kept coming back.
Yeah, if you would accept that as a failure, if you say, hey, I failed, I'm out. No,
that's awesome.
That's one person. If you failed, man, there's a whole sea of people out there who might not like, who might disagree.
Yeah, I had a bunch of people asking about your guys's your shop. I know you sent it to me on Insta. I just didn't want to open it yet because I like to, when I open it, I want to do the work right then and there, or I'll forget.
Dude, oh yeah,
but
dude, do the work.
But I'm gonna plug it. I'm gonna plug it in here, and then I'm also gonna surf. I'm gonna surf the store. I'm gonna check it out, and I really like you guys. So on a future video, I'm gonna plug it down below when this is all said and done. And then I also want to plug you guys in an actual video because I really like you guys. Where's your lady tonight?
She's in the shop, man. She's been making some t-shirts, man. We do custom t-shirts for people, and she's been frying some up in the oven, man.
Awesome, man. That's really great. All right, let's get some. You got any? We don't have anybody waiting in the queue right now. You got anything else you want to share? Maybe about the topic tonight. Anything else you maybe wanted to touch down on, or something you really feel like you got to get out?
Oh man, I mean, dude, like I said, with us, I don't let anything live in my head rent free, man. So it's not like anything. It may sound stupid, but man, we just are too busy to like get stuff like weighing me down. Or I guess I was talking to one dude about this. I guess with the failure and shit, dude. I was talking to him yesterday. He came over. He was a reseller guy, and he was talking about how people try to like steal his leads and kind of hooju jack him and whatnot. And I guess I'll leave it with this analogy I told him too, man, about failure, about people trying to pocket watch, about other people trying to bring you down and stuff. With an eagle, he has a nice defense mechanism in play where like a crow will attach itself to an eagle, and the eagle, instead of like spiraling down or trying to fight the crow off, it'll keep flying higher and higher into the sky, into the altitude where the crow will eventually suffocate, fall off, and they will death spiral down. And I guess that's kind of how you have to think of failures. Keep your eyes high, keep flying up. Anything that is weaker and not tough enough to withstand it is going to fall off. So just keep flying, man. Keep flying high like an eagle in the sky, baby.
Keep flying, baby. That's beautiful. Yeah, because I'm going to end on this one with you. I'm going to let you go. We got somebody else in the queue. But that's something, because me and Shape, we're both in this content game. And it's kind of like anything else. You got to keep, if I don't show up to work, I don't get paid. And a lot like reselling, if you're not putting new inventory up, your money's going to go down month in, month out. But sometimes
no telling me I have to do it, and no one says you have to make content, you have to list stuff. No, we're responsible for it. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and then also something I'm coming to grips with is not every month is going to be your month. Not every week's going to be your week, and that's something I'm realizing, and I'm kind of letting go of. I'm like, I'm just going to keep showing up.
Yeah,
and if a video does great, awesome. If it does just a little not as good, it's something I'm having to let go of.
Absolutely, and dude, everything has a backswing, dude. A pendulum. If it's a off week, it's a backswing week, man. Nothing is full tilt all the time.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, Mojo, I'm going to plug your guys' information in here, and then I'm also going to give you a plug. I'm going to talk to you more on Instagram. We'll get up on the phone together. We'll cook something up because I really like you guys, and we'll work with some. I want to also check out your store, and I appreciate the support. Appreciate you coming on, and tell the lady I said what's up, man.
Right on, dude. Hey, you guys are great. We'll see you next time, guys. Have a good night.
Peace, brother. All right. Thanks for the 20 big ones, Armando Gonzalez. He goes, thanks for the quality content. This is your career now. At this point, it's your responsibility to lead the pack. You're going to be big. I will support you as long as you keep it real. Oh, dude, that was awesome. Thank you.
He's going to switch up eventually. So,
I'm going to switch up eventually. I'm trying to keep it light, keep it fun, keep it loose. And sometimes you can get in your head in this shit, man. We got, it's one of those things where I'm just so grateful for all of you guys that watch majority of my stuff. I see all you guys in the comments. I recognize basically everyone. I'm not God here. I can't know everybody. And sometimes I feel bad if I forget someone or something, but it's just, It's awesome. The fact that you guys show up and we're sitting here, over 300 people watching this right now. It really blows my mind. And this is something me and Shape have been talking about where, you know, doing something. What did you say about doing something alone? You get there slow.
If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together.
Yeah. And so that's why we're out here. We're networking. We're getting together. And we got Brandon on the track here. Brandon, what's going on, man? Where are you hailing from? Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, cool. I'm hailing from Atlanta, man. Atlanta, Georgia.
Hey, ATL.
All right, man. How old are you, if you don't mind?
I'm 21, man.
All right, man. Awesome, dude. So tonight's topic, fear of failure, rejection, and success. You want to share? You got any of those issues that you deal with? If you maybe want to spit it out into the ether.
Yeah. So currently I work at Amazon, and you know, I'm gonna just give you a little background. So
yeah, I'm
a taller dude. I'm 6'7". You know,
wow.
And yeah, I'm 6'7". Like currently the car I'm in right now, I can't even fit. My knee is at the steering wheel, man. So
nice.
It's
a problem.
Yeah. So I get asked on a daily, man, like why a lady asked me one time, why am I here at Amazon? And you know, it took a lot out of me to not, you know, just go off on it and be like, why are you here? But I understand it. You see a guy of my stature, you know, I pick. So you see a guy of my stature picking you, like, man, you're supposed to be playing for the Hawks.
Yeah.
But you know what I try to tell people is I was just blessed with this height. You know, I didn't come from a silver spoon. You know, I worked for everything that I've had in my life. I started working at the age of 14. Before that, I was cutting grass. So
wow.
So it's like I tell people, you know, like, you know, just don't try to judge a book by its cover. And if you do, just, you know, you never know how somebody's going, you know, up here. So you saying that, you might have just set them off, and now they want to do something to you that, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, things like that.
This is something I've dealt with a lot. Shapes brought this up to me before, like, not that you're too good for something, but every single restaurant job I've ever had, basically every job I've ever had, I have had people say the same exact line to me. Why are you working here?
Yep.
Because after they talk to me for a little bit, they feel like I'm doing my thing. I'm, making them laugh. I'm joking. Everyone thinks I look like some guy from the movies. And so that's something I've dealt with for so long, and it could get to you, man. And the fact that you're 21 and you're dealing with this, because I don't really remember dealing with it that young. It was more as I got older. But I totally get that. It's like they go. It's almost like I don't think they mean to do it. You probably deal with this one all the time. You ready? Tell me if this resonates with you.
Go ahead.
You walk into a room, someone sees you and goes, "Holy shit! How tall are you?"
Yeah. It's to the point where I can't really go grocery shopping. Like some days I'll be like, do I really want to deal with this? And I won't even go grocery shopping, or I don't even want to go to the bank. I only want to do regular people activities, because, you know, some people, you know, I feel like it's about how they approach you. Like if somebody approach me like, you know, like, man, like, you're tall, man, are you playing basketball, instead of, man, you better be playing basketball. Like, what the hell you mean I better be playing basketball? You don't even know me, bro.
That's like, all I could do is pass the rock. Are you kidding me?
You know what I'm saying? So I try not to get offended. And, you know, dudes, you know, they look at me and they're like, you know, oh, I know you get all the girls, and, you know, this and that. I mean, yeah, you know, the women love the height. I'm not gonna lie to you about that. But yeah, for sure. But at the same time, I tell them, to be tall, man, you gotta have a thick skin, man. I know, you know, people are just like, man, you know, he's 6'7", I want to be his height. But man, I can't even go to the mall and buy clothes, man. Like, I have to shop online. So it's
really?
Like, yeah. Like, I go to the mall with my friends. Everybody's walking out with, you know, Jordans, jeans. I'm walking out with a Cinnabon, you know.
Yeah, you got to go on like big and tall and shit, right?
The thing is, even the big and tall, it's not long enough. I wear
wide,
like
right?
30, I wear like
big.
32, 38. Yeah, it's just big.
Yeah, yeah. It's hard to find, because my dad is someone who shouldn't have been fat, but he was. So his height and his waist didn't equal out. So finding him clothes that would fit his proportion. Now he's not as big as he was. Now he's like a normal weight.
Right.
But that was something where I was like, damn, how do people shop for this stuff? Wow, man. I never even thought about it, dude. Like being that tall, people think it's awesome.
But you got to do something with your height, though. You got to do something with it.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Use it to your advantage. You know what I'm saying?
I wanted to get into modeling, so I'm looking into that. I'm finna go to trade school. It's funny I'm talking about trade school. I just watched your trade school versus college video, Jack, and Amazon's gonna pay for me to go back to school. So,
really?
Fine.
Yeah.
Wow.
They have it's called Amazon Career Choice, and they'll pay for you, and they'll front it right then and there. It's not like you finish, we'll give you the money. It's right then and there. So.
Wow, that's awesome.
Man, I love your content, man. It's so many, man. I got the whole Amazon watching you, man. Like, like picking, it's so boring. So I just be like, man, like you should check your dude. You should check the dude name. His name is Jack Morgan, and he's a real funny guy, man. You're hilarious, man.
I appreciate that.
You keep me at work, man. You keep me at work.
Did you like that video? The traded?
Yeah, most definitely, man. You're funny too, man.
Yeah,
y'all are funny, man.
Wait until you guys see his stuff that we just filmed. I think he was really in his zone. We were doing street interviews, and I was like, damn, this is where this guy needs to be. Yeah. He was shining for sure.
Desirable truth. I watch his videos too, man. Man, these women out here are crazy. I ain't some of the things out here.
We just linked with dude last night. You know what I'm saying? Cool dude.
He's a cool dude.
Seen him on the strip in Brickell, and yeah, man, look out for some more things.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Well, I appreciate you hopping on, dude.
Appreciate you, man.
Good luck with the trade school, dude. I know you sound like you got your head on a swivel.
Yes, sir.
And you're ready to get it, dude. I appreciate you jumping on, man.
All right, man. You be safe, man. Both of y'all be safe, man.
Peace, brother.
All right, for sure.
Let's see what we got.
Damn, you guys are commenting like crazy. It's hard to keep up with you guys.
Appreciate you. Strange North goes, hey, dudes, appreciate your content, Jack. Just tuned in, and cheers from Edmonton, Alberta.
That's Canada.
Oh, Canada, eh?
Ain't that where Jordan Peterson is from?
Alberta? Probably. This guy goes, you seem like a decent dude. Just subbed the other day, but I watched a couple dozen of your vids. Wow, thank you. I really appreciate that.
Watch a dozen more, brother.
Yeah, watch a dozen more. YouTube is a shit spot for content because the censorship is out of control. You get into a habit of even censoring yourself, which is not conducive. Yeah, you know what? It's funny because I have to really think about it when I'm dialed in the zone. I swear I could swear a lot, and I try not to, but I have to really be conscious of it, and it's something I'm dealing with. Is not swearing so much. It's really hard.
It's really fucking hard.
It's really hard, and it's sort of similar to people using the word like for me. I know I could say the word like quite a bit, but usually that's something I practice over the last 10 years, not saying like. How do I call in? So I'm going to there's going to be a link in the chat. I have no idea. I think I might have to pay for StreamYard Premium or something to highlight the comment, but I'm putting the link in the chat. I just dropped it.
Or if you go on your phone.
What's it?
If you go on YouTube on your phone, like your own live, I think you could do it there.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't anyways, you just click the link that's in the chat. It will say StreamYard, and that's how you do it. This guy goes, T-Hawk says, this is the best channel I've stumbled across on YouTube. Wow, thank you. It's a bold claim. Hopefully I could keep living up to that. That's something I deal with too. I go, I try not to stress about what I'm putting out. I want to also make sure you guys want to enjoy the content, enjoy the topic. And I'm always thinking about you guys watching. I try and keep your comments in there and include you in the vids and offer something different. And I don't let it worry me too much, but sometimes I go, oh man, is this video good enough for these people? Because I've had some videos that are just crazy bananas. I'm breaking stuff. I'm doing the works, and so I just got to keep showing up, man. You guys I'm super grateful for all that's happening. I'm meeting wonderful people. I got Shape here. How often do you meet a stranger on the internet? Next thing you know, you're friends. I guess it's kind of common now. People do it and have sex. So I don't know what I just said there. Jamie goes, man, I've been enjoying your show quite some time now. Love that you can damn near make a living doing anything. This gives a lot of people hope if they have a little personality like you. Yeah, it's awesome.
If you had a smidge bit, you could do just a little bit. You don't have to be as good as Jack at all to be good on YouTube.
No,
in fact, most people are not funny on YouTube. Majority of people.
No,
are not
there's
funny.
some, but there's a lot of great people out here. It's
I'm just saying most.
Yeah,
Probably
yeah.
20% of them, I would say. A good portion of them are just regular people.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
great about YouTube.
I mean, the cool thing is like I've said this before, but this guy Michael Bordenero's channel, he's all like real estate, finance. But when I first stumbled across this guy's channel, man, he had like 500 subscribers, and he was in Miami. So I was like, oh, he's in Miami, but he was so nervous on the camera, but he did it anyways. And then fast forward some years, all of a sudden, this guy is a professional. It's like night and day difference on who this guy was. And that really showed me, I was like, if this dude right here, nearly pooping himself on the camera, can go from like this on the camera to just confident, just killing it. I'm like, you know what? I'm a real dickhead for not even trying again. So shout out to that guy, because he really, that was something I needed to see. Like, we got a new guy coming in here. All right, brother. Where are you hailing from? Oh. I'm going to go ahead and remove him till he's ready to come back on. This one goes, acts like they care about minorities, likes open borders, masks, complies with government vaccines, satanic, doesn't think that kids are being indoctrinated by emotionally unfit green hair radicals. Yeah, you just about summed it up. I'm not going to go too deep on that because I don't want to lose my channel.
Yeah.
But just so you know, woo!
And Democrats are good.
We see through the bullshit. We get it.
Yeah.
Mojo Dojo, thank you for the $5, man. I appreciate that, dude. He goes, I cuss like a fucking seasick pirate. Damn right. I try not to cuss too much. I'm actually a lot better doing this. I'm like free for all. But when I'm out in the public with people, I'm actually really good at not swearing a lot. Jamie goes, that's why I like to catch channels early on before they blow up. I used to love watching Rogan back when he was in his house in 2012-13, but then when he moved into a studio, I didn't stay long. Well, I hope that's not the case when, whenever I get to a bigger stage. But I do understand what you mean. I get it. It felt more, you feel like it's really just like this special little thing. It's kind of like when a musician blows up and you're like, I got the best music no one knows about. And then they go big, and yeah, I totally get that. This guy right here, Jack and Shape. What's going agent of agency, Jack and Shape. What's going on, fellas? Hey, man, we're just chilling. Shape came into town from New Jersey. We're collabing, having fun, making some vids, and
planning my move.
Yep. He's it's something that he said this when we first talked. It's like linking with other people doing what you want to do. And it's really hard to do that in this business. And that's the fear of rejection I was talking about. Because when I first started doing Instagram and YouTube back in like 2016, 17, I reached out to probably over 100 people. And only one guy said, yes, let's work together. And that guy's name's actually, his name's Jay Snow Pro. You'll look him up. Black dude from Compton, super funny. I think he's writing for Wild and Out now. I actually support his Patreon. But he had a bunch of subscribers. He was doing it. He's full-time. And he actually let me link up with him, and we did a skit together. And that was like one of those big moments for me. But I still have like that fear of rejection because of all the other 90-something people who just left me on red or just liked my message. I had one guy, God, I forget his name, but he literally responded to me and said, cool. Just said cool. I was like, damn. I was like, this is harder than I thought. But that's what it is. It's because I'm the kind of guy now where I'm like, I'll let anybody come and I'll give them a chance at least. That's why I do this live stream, just so you guys could speak your piece, and anybody else trying to do this stuff can have an opportunity to come on, and hopefully they have a chance to grab some attention. Animal Farm goes, customer service also tired of the mega hood rat hires everywhere. Nothing like speaking to an angry racist when you're feeling down.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's not. I like that. That's a good time to me. No, I'm just kidding. I know what you mean. Graphic designer here. In my experience, imposter syndrome is relentless throughout this experience. I'm no prophet, but continuous curiosity and ongoing thickening skin have helped. Yeah. So what do you think? What do you think he means by imposter syndrome?
Well, you don't feel like you belong. So you feel like imposter, like
Oh.
you feel like you're an imposter, like you don't belong here, you don't fit in, you're not really a graphic designer. Someone's going to discover that you're phony, you're fake, and it's all going to come collapsing down on you. At some point.
Okay. Yeah, I think I might. I think I felt that way a little bit.
Oh, I mean, I feel that way with YouTube at times too.
Yeah, I think I felt like that.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
This dude goes, I have a fear of perfection. Yeah, that's why you don't see really any editing in my videos, because I think that I have this thing in my head where I go, I think I'm going to make the video worse if I edit it, because this guy's watched me edit in person and he's just sitting back laughing because I don't know what I'm doing. And he's going, wow. He's like, we would just.
And editing's hard, and they give you a lot of shortcuts, and this guy takes the long route.
Yeah, we laugh about it. We got a new guy coming in, Vic.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Yeah,
my boy.
Hold on. Hear me?
Oh, we can hear you, baby. Give me one moment here. I just want to thank these people real quick. Thanks for the 10 hot ones coming from Upcycle Club. Thanks, Jack. Wish you success and harmony in your life.
€10. So that's like $20.
10 euros, baby. No, I think it's about even now.
Okay.
I really appreciate the $10, man. Appreciate that. We got one more here. I'm gonna get right back to you, Vic. Sorry.
Oh, you good? I was turning off. It was a little bright back there, so
appreciate that. Thanks for the 20 big ones from downtown. Drink on me after the live. Thanks for the content. Just paid off a car after watching a car payment epidemic vid. LOL. Thank you, James. That's hilarious. You know what's funny? Because I did have a car payment before, so I feel the pain on that. And I actually did the same thing once I realized how much I was actually spending every month. I started spending double every month, and I ended up paying it off like 3 years early. And I still have the same car, 212,000 miles. I've driven it all the way, still running hard. And yeah, you know what? Car payments are cool. I feel like I harp on them a little too much. But, when you're – it's so easy to get sucked into it, but we're not going to go down that rabbit hole right now. Vic, how old are you? Where are you hailing from, brother?
I'm 33 years old. I'm over here in Tampa Bay.
Oh, we got a Buccaneer in the house. All right.
Sir. Well,
we got a real pirate.
Yeah, just moved out here from Pennsylvania about a year and a half ago.
How you liking it?
It's good. I had to get used to it. At first, I wasn't like in love, but now,
it's a different. It's kind of a different. I know what you mean, because I've moved.
What's up, Shape? Yeah, it's all good. Yep.
I've moved because when I first moved to California, I got to tell you, I was really, really scared. Because it's a whole different change of pace of everyone's it's like different people, different cultures.
People wearing red and blue.
Yeah. You got to be careful with that.
Shape, you're from Jersey, so I spent a lot of time in Jersey with family. The town that I'm from, Pennsylvania, is pretty much like Jersey. So I come here and everything's apart. All the neighborhoods are kind of like hidden. Everything's walls everywhere, kind of. And I was like, man, where the people at here? So it was a real like shock and culture shock at first.
Do you think it's a change of pace? You think it is a slower change of pace, or you think it's a faster change of pace?
Man, I think it's slower for me, at least.
He said the same thing when he came here. He was like,
people dragging their feet, man. Like,
he was,
hurry the fuck up, man.
Yeah, he's like, dude, people are walking slower. They're driving slower. They're eating slower. And I said, dude, if you want fast pace, we can go get some. We just got to drive. We drive 45 minutes south. We'll get you some fast paced shit going down.
Yeah, but I like it. I think I like it. I ride motorcycles and stuff, so it warm all year round. Drivers are a little crazy, but you deal with that anywhere, I feel like. So
oh, for sure. So the tonight's topic, fear of failure, fear of success, rejection. Have you dealt with that at all? And if so, go ahead and share.
I had a window tinting business back home. I was also a part-time realtor. I had to start from scratch here. So I'm actually working a 9 to 5 right now. It's a cool gig. It's only 7 minutes from my house. But I'm starting like a building phase. And I had I felt like I was a failure at first because everything that I had, the income I was making back home, was completely gone when I got here. You know what I mean?
That's tough,
Yeah,
dude. It's
yeah,
so
yeah,
tough.
yeah.
That's
So
so. What's your game plan? Are you planning on building back up your window tent business, or
yeah. I really don't know which way my life's gonna take. I'm doing sales. I actually work at like a Lowe's, but within there, I get to work alongside contractors and a bunch of different people. So it could turn it out into something. I don't know. I'm just kind of letting life take its course and go from there. But I still do my tinning on the side. It's just not enough for me to live off of it right
yeah?
now. You know what I
No,
mean?
it sucks because I don't know if I really dialed down on this because when I made this restaurant video serving bartending, I don't know if I really said it. I have to watch it back, but
Yeah.
there's like this thing when you get to the top of the food chain in your company. So, for
Yep.
instance, bartender at a restaurant is usually top echelons where they're making the most money behind the manager, sometimes more than the manager.
Yeah.
So a lot of people stay there for a long time because moving to another place, all of a sudden you're starting at the bottom and you don't even know if you could reach what you were doing before.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's the same way with what you're into. You're like, damn, I just moved to another place. I'm starting from scratch.
Yeah.
And then having to build up that. I think you're in a good spot though, because now that you know you've done it before, you could either A, do it again, or B, you go, maybe I'll even do something different.
Oh, I could switch it up. I mean, I'm gonna throw this out there. Zero to no debt is key when you move to a new place like this. So, I have my house bills and stuff. Or, my girl and I, we got a house, but besides that, I don't have a car payment. I actually commented from my other page. I have a 03 Honda Element that I drive around.
Damn right.
I throw my equipment in there. I drive down to people's houses. I do the tent jobs, So limit debt, and then you'll be free enough to get into different things until you get your niche or whatever it is. So that's kind of where I'm at now.
Absolutely, dude. I totally agree. You said you live with your girl. How long you guys been together?
Oh man, we're 10 years now together.
Wow, congratulations,
Thank you,
man.
Thank you. Yep.
That's awesome, dude. And that also helps too.
Yeah, it does. We're a team. We work as a team.
That's the best.
No paperwork, no marriage, none of that right now. We're good on that. You know what I mean? And everything's good. Everything's
that's
good.
Awesome, dude.
I'm gonna say something really quickly, guys. If you hop into queue, we're gonna get to you. Don't worry. Don't hop out. We're gonna get to you. All right.
Yeah.
No, you boys are busy, man. I just wanted to get in. I appreciate the content, both of you, man, and it's a good time. I watch all the videos and I comment. I have a motorcycle YouTube channel. I'm not gonna plug it.
Oh, wait. What's it called?
It's rolling on 2. Yeah. I commented a couple times. Yep.
Okay. No, dude. Please, please
go in the comments.
Shame. Actually, don't throw it in the chat. Throw it in the actually throw it in the chat, but then actually throw it in the actual comment section aside from the chat. That way I could go ahead and
I appreciate it. No, but man, I got into your content and then I was like, this is my type of guy. That's how I think, you know what I mean? So
I like to keep it cool, man.
No debt, man. You feel like you're rich because you don't got no trouble when you go to sleep, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I've been the idiot who raised his bills with too high.
Dude,
I did it.
Yeah. Well, one quick thing before I leave. Back in 08, I saw one of my aunts lose her home when the crash happened and all that, 2010, 2011. And I said, man, I never want to go through that situation where something like that's taken from you. She had kids and everything. And then I started, reading things about personal finance, and all the information is out there. You just got to be willing to learn, So
yeah. And like I said this 1,000 times, some of us we got to learn the hard way.
Our way, man.
I'm guilty.
Yeah, never deny a man his pain.
Yeah.
Never deny a man his pain.
That's true, man. That's true. But hey, I appreciate you guys, man.
Of course, man. Take it easy, brother.
Yes, sir.
All right. Drop the link in the chat. Anybody else wants to jump in? We got $2 from Agent of Agency. Thank you, brother. Detroit Lions just handled business. Nice. I got a lot of my family's up in the Detroit area. Alberto, the Chicago Bandit, Windy City himself.
What up, Alberto?
Thanks for the 6 big ones, dude. Appreciate that. Glad to see you and Shape collab. Yep. Been a long time coming.
We're ending racism, bro.
Yeah.
Bringing black and white together.
You know what's hilarious? The guy I was talking about earlier, Jay Snow Pro, he was another black dude. For some reason, I don't know what it is. I don't know. But every time I meet someone who wants to collab, I don't. My thing is I try and be cool with anyone I really come across. I try to. It doesn't always work out because you never know what's going to happen down the road. You just never know. I actually had a guy reach out to me recently who kind of burned me a couple of years ago. And now this is happening. And he hit me up and I kept it short and sweet with him. But basically, even if he wanted to come jump on the live stream, I don't think I'll be an asshole and not let him do it. But there's a part of me that's kind of like, you shouldn't have done me dirty. So for people that have done that to me, I just don't know if I have it in me. You think that's wrong on me?
I don't think it's wrong. Everything comes with a consequence. And a lot of you people, you got to realize, man, if you got friends, support your friends, especially if you feel like they're making a good effort. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like they're bullshitting and they want your support, then that's one thing. But if you see like your friends are grinding, support your friends, man.
Yeah, because sometimes I feel like a dick. I love when we were talking about this earlier. I love giving people the chance to redeem themselves. You said that earlier. I was like, dude, I'm just like that. Like someone could fuck up royally. And I have this thing where I like to see the best in people.
Yeah. Especially if they're genuine. If you make a mistake and you're genuine, hey.
Yep.
Give it a shot.
This dude Gio goes, it truly blows my mind. We came from the 90s, early 2000s. Racism damn near didn't exist today, where even the water is racist. Jesus. Yeah, I can't believe it either. Like that's even still a thing, but it is, unfortunately.
Ignorance is still a thing.
There's cool people and there's idiots of all shapes, cultures, and sizes.
No pun intended.
Awesome. Let's see up here. All right, I'm going to drop the link in the chat. Anybody else wants to jump in? Keep this party rolling. Another thing too, talking about like fear of failure. When I was reaching the end of like my skateboarding endeavor, I kept doing it for fun, but I remember there came this moment where I really accepted the fact that this isn't going to work for me. And I remember for like a cool year of my life, I just felt like what in the hell am I even going to do? I think that's something everybody, well, hopefully more people, that way I don't feel alone.
Don't tear up, bro. You're about to cry. That's all right.
I'm going to cry. I love you.
One person told me this, and I agree with it. It's like life, there's many sports that we could play. So if one sport doesn't work out, play another sport. You might not be good at backgammon, but you might be great at pool. You might, so you could try something else.
I love shooting pool.
So
no, that's true.
Keep that in mind.
Yeah, I have a strong pivot foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't be afraid to pivot. I've done it, and I was terrified. Every time I tried something new, it's always been like, please, God, let this work. We got a new guy coming in. Mike, my boy, can you hear me? Okay, Mike's blowing it.
Guys, make sure you cam up when you come in if you want us to add you to the live, man. And make sure you keep the content great for the audience.
Yeah, if you could show your face, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Because eventually we're going to get to a point where hopefully there's so many people that, if you don't show your face, you won't get on. Black and whites can't come together when majority of blacks globally want whites dead. Yeah.
That is ignorant. Listen, man, I'm going to speak to this because I'm black. The blacks in America do not represent the world. I do understand what you might be talking about slightly, but that's even still a small portion of the blacks in America. So,
yeah, I could say the same because Shape sees, now that he's here with me in person, he sees that all around me is a very heavy black population where I live, and I don't deal with that ever. That's why I've said this before in a video. I never deal with it, and I live in the midst of it all. California, I dealt with it though. That's actually true. A lot. Mike, my boy, can you hear me?
I need you guys to cam up and be ready if you're going to hop on the live. Please be ready. I want to keep the show quality.
Yeah. What happens if they can't find a repo? It's my 6 months and they can't find it. I think he's talking about a car. I'm not sure. But, I guess keep riding dirty, thug it out. All right. We got the realistic truth coming in here. Can you hear me?
Yo.
What's up, brother? What's your name and where are you hailing from?
I'm from Cali.
Right, man.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Awesome.
So, what are you? Northern
I'm
Cali,
gonna stay
Southern?
anonymous, but
That's cool. What are you in?
Nah,
I don't
man,
know.
show your
Like,
face, man. Show your face.
nah, I don't have a cam, but I got a good mic at least, though. So
Nah, you're good.
It's
you're
cool.
good.
It's cool. What part of California? Southern
let
California?
me mute the stream.
Yeah, no problem.
There we go. What? Sorry, it was like double playing.
So you Northern Cali, Southern California,
Central.
Okay, well, like
Yeah.
Bakersfield or some shit.
Nah, like just like I'm like 2.5 hours away from San Fran.
Oh, okay.
So like
All
I'm
right.
pretty close to like that stuff. Whatever was going down over there is starting to come down over here, and it's just like
What
I
stuff?
don't know.
What stuff are you talking about? I'm sorry.
Xylazine.
Xylazine. What is that, like a drug or something?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is that the new Flocka or something?
Xylazine.
It's similar. I don't know. You guys are a little older, so like crocodile. If you've ever heard of that,
Nah.
it's like rotting their flesh.
Oh,
You can look it up, but it's crazy. But
that's not good.
What is it used for? Is that like a prescription medication or something?
It's tranquilizer for
Oh, okay. So it's okay. That's going on. Okay,
in Kentucky,
I
but
think
it's
they're
over here now.
I think they're calling it different things in different areas because I just saw a whole thing on that actually.
Yeah, Channel 5 on YouTube.
Yeah.
He did like a big old documentary about it, but it's coming down over here. San Fran's infected. It's like really bad. But like, I mean, I'm pretty young, so it's crazy though because this landscape that we're trying to face today is unheard of. It's impossible, basically.
Yeah, you know what? That it's kind of one of those things where like it seems as if the drugs and everything just keep getting worse and worse. But then like I look back at old stuff like crack in New York back in the day, and it looked like apocalyptic, but then they kind of like cleaned it up. You go to New York now, maybe I'm wrong, but I went to New York recently and it seemed like nothing compared to these old videos from the 80s that you would see where it's like zombies walking around.
Oh, dude, go on Google, look up xylazine and look at what their skin looks like. Don't show it on stream because you'll probably get, 18'd up. But look at it and see what it's doing to people. If you think that was bad, zombies, look at it now. Like they're literally you have layers of skin and it's rotting the underneath layer of their skin and it's falling off.
Shit.
So the dermis?
The dermis, yeah. It rots the dermis.
Damn.
And you have to amputate yourself. People are doing that in Kentucky.
For fun?
No, because they'll die.
Alive.
Yeah.
So they're doing it for the high or they want to die?
Yeah, it prolongs the fentanyl high.
Oh, shit.
So it's like this major addiction stuff.
So are you like seeing this in person?
Yeah, we got like 3-4 deaths over here now because of it. And it was on the news because it's spreading over here now. And it was unheard of over here.
Yeah.
So now it's like
keep that 6 feet shit with that.
Like imagine sending your kids to school in Kentucky and you have people that literally smell like they're dying.
Yeah. Really quickly.
Rotting away.
Really quick, I want to say, look, guys, the queues is filling up. Just wait your turn. We're gonna get to you. We know you're here.
Yeah, we see you.
Just want to give everybody a little chance to talk real quick.
Life and a Vibe and Colt, we see you in there.
Yeah,
all right, so topic at hand, aside from zombies, which is nuts stuff. Yeah. So fear of rejection, failure, or fear of success. You deal with any of this stuff?
Definitely success, because it's like let's say I got a full-time job, all right?
Mm-hmm.
The cost of going to school is double that, a yearly salary.
Yeah.
And that's what the youth is facing today. Now, like everyone tells you, just get into debt and pay it off. But the thing is like, if you don't get a job in that field, as soon as you get out, you're stuck and you're forever stuck. And because the interest rates are so high, you're stuck forever at that point, because it's going to continue stacking and stacking and stacking. Because it's like when you take a loan out on a car right now, you're stuck with that loan for 3 years. It doesn't matter whether the interest rates are 9% now or 2%. You got it at 8%. Boo-hoo. So you're stuck. And it's like, that's the reality. That's why if you look it up, they're dropping college degrees from 50% of the major job force.
Oh, yeah. So what do you mean to say? So you're saying you're scared to go to school?
Well,
Or
it's like signing up for a death sentence if things don't go right. That's
yeah,
what
because
it's like. Yeah,
it is risky. It is because I mean, I guess if you go for a specific thing that's like kind of guaranteed, I think the big deal, in my opinion, with the whole college stuff, that's why I didn't go, is I was scared to go to college, get something, and then be like, this is what I'm gonna do till near death. And that was something I couldn't do. I was like, I can't do it. I couldn't do it.
it's
That
scary.
scared the shit out of me. And now that I'm older, I see that like if you want to change your career, it's terrifying, but you could change your career. Like we watched a documentary recently on just like health and stuff like that, like just certain foods that we eat and all this. And it's funny because it's like I could sit here and change. I have the choice to hit this stupid thing, drink soda, drink alcohol, eat shit food. I have the choice not to do any of that. And sometimes I feel like we forget that we have the choice. And it's terrifying to think that.
I agree.
Yeah, but anyways, man, I appreciate you coming on. We're going to get this moving along.
No problem.
I wish you all the best. Good luck with the zombies out there. Maybe you could start a zombie cleanup service. You make some money. Be ahead of the curve. All right, brother. Take it easy, man. All right, we got Life of a Vibe coming in. All right.
Brother, you there?
Life, can you hear me? No. All right, real quick. Let's get Colt back in here. Colt, one moment. I'm going to read this comment real fast. Richard says, yeah, give me one moment, Colt. Richard says, Jack, I'm a skateboarder as well, much less as an older person now, but I always trip if I see a cool bank or ledge. I have a board always in the trunk of my car. Yep, me too. I still have it, and you know what? I need to skate more. But that's something I was telling Shape. We were walking down the street, and I would like look at his stair set, and people just walk up and down them. But I'm looking at it, going, "Oh man, you could jump over this, and you could." Yeah, you always look at architecture weird. I love skating because of that. What's up, Yanina? How you doing, girl? I need to get back to your. I am so behind on Instagram DMs. Don't think I am being an asshole. It's just there's so many. But I hope you're doing well, Yanina.
Sure,
all right.
Yanina.
So Colt. So back,
hey, man.
So back to fear of failure, rejection, or success. You got cut off earlier.
Yeah, I went through a bad spot.
That's cool, man. So you want to go ahead and share with everybody here on the interweb something that you've had to deal with over your life, or get through with those things?
Yeah, man. I was pretty much, before I got cut off, was saying that for many years in my early 20s, I'm 31. I let that fear of success just hold me back time and time again. And I know someone else kind of pointed it out about how, a lot of times failure is how you get where you are currently. I guess my main thing, the reason why I wanted to get back on, is I feel like I wanted to say for the guys that may have a past like I do, that if they get the efforts and they just, because my thing, I would do something, I'd have a felony, I had a felony on my record, I do something, try a little bit, and then I get the efforts and just say, hell, I'll just go get high. And, I did that for many years until I finally got to the point to where I grew up and just said, it's going to take twice as much work as the next man. And for the guys out there that are struggling, that got felonies, got records, been to prison, get into the trades. I don't care if you got to move, if you got to. What I did, I when I first got into the trades, I do paint here in Gainesville, Florida. I, found the job. I didn't have anywhere to go. I decided to get on Facebook Marketplace, found rooms for rent. I, just kept, asking everybody that had a room. I ain't got no money right now. I'll, do work around the house. Finally found someone that, was down with that. Started saving up money. There's such good money in the trades right now, at least in Florida. I guess I can't speak for every other state, but if you got a record and you get into the trades, you will get a job.
Damn right. That's awesome, man. It's hard. And speaking back to like, getting high and just forgetting about it all. I'm definitely guilty of that. And I have people luckily not many. I got, there's a couple people in my life, and it really hurts me to see them kind of just smoking away and just drowning themselves and just keep prolonging it. And but it's nothing I can do. It sucks because I still believe in them. I still know I see the best in you, and I know you could do it.
Absolutely.
And I'm guilty of it too, man. I was stoned for many years, and I said fuck it for a long time. And
me too.
yeah. So, anyways, hey, here's to not fucking off, and also enjoy life. I'm not saying don't have fun. Of course, have some fun.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a good balance. I'm like 80-20, hard work, responsibilities, bills. Then, whatever your hobbies or whatever it is you do on the side.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I tell you what, I just, can't say it enough that the trades right now, I mean, there's guys up there, they're building houses so fast up here in Gainesville. There's guys like plumbers, house builders, painting, all those trades, man. They need people so bad. They hire them on the spot, $20-$25 an hour. I mean, it's really something that I think a lot of people, I don't know if it's just they don't want to do it or what, but I'm telling you, if you got that record or, you're really struggling trying to find a good job to save up and get into your own place, find somewhere that you can go get a job, they'll hire you right on the spot. I had a guy yesterday at the job site I work for. A guy walked on, homeless dude, and he said, "Can you start now?" And he's like, "Yeah, man." He's like, "Here," handed him a payroll card, and he got paid that week. And the guy helped him out with a house or a room and a house and everything.
That's wonderful, man.
It's out there, man.
Honestly, last thing, I'm gonna let you go. I got a life vibe. I'm coming to you next. For me, when I tried doing the trades, I think a lot of people, it's like those who think they can, and those who think they can't. I think that's kind of it. Because I always have the idea in my head, like, I can't do this. I'm not
absolutely.
Good. And I've tried it though, so I don't want to say I haven't tried it because I have. And I just couldn't grip onto, I'm not a perfectionist. I'm not none of that stuff. I made the joke before. I'll build you a hut, but it's going to be kind of shitty. I'll get it done. I'm going to get it done. But the windows are going to be uneven, and there's going to be cracks, and the ceilings probably not going to be might be a couple leaks. But anyways, man, appreciate you coming on here.
Yes, sir.
I'm glad you made it out of the trenches. And
yes, sir.
Until next time, brother.
Yes, sir. I hope I could help someone out with that. You guys have a good night.
Us too, man. You too. All right, we got Life with a Vibe coming in here.
What up, Life?
Thank you for being so patient. How we doing tonight?
Hey, how's it going?
We're excellent. Where are you hailing from?
Virginia Beach, Virginia, near the Vibe Creative Art District here at the oceanfront.
All right, very cool. So tonight's topic of discussion, as you know, is fear of failure, rejection. Is there have you dealt with any of these? And if so, feel free to share with us.
Oh, absolutely. I'm much older than anybody in this audience, probably. So my time having had failures, obviously, as well as successes, have been many throughout the years. Many. A lot.
You're probably the only British inside the chat, too.
Oh, well, there you go. A Brit in Virginia Beach. So obviously I've traveled quite a lot. So I don't know. I don't know what you would classify as failures. I guess technically my first failure was a divorce in my early 30s. I personally, so a little bit about myself. I currently work as a registered nurse. I specialize in cardiac rehabilitation.
That's awesome.
Thank you. I hold 2 degrees. I speak fluent Spanish, and I'm in grad school studying to be a nurse practitioner. So
awesome.
Que bueno. Que bueno.
Thank you. I lived in Mexico for 7 years. I've traveled all over the place. I've obviously lived in the UK. I lived in London during the, the rave time in the 90s, and spent quite a lot of time in the clubs back in the day. Certainly was a partier during the 90s. I can't attest that I did not party. I think the yeah, I know. Look at me. I'm sitting here with my greasy hair now. I don't care. I'm kind of celebrating today because I had a little bit of a YouTube victory myself, and my channel hit 1,000 subscribers.
Let's go. Let's
awesome.
go.
It's a big it's a big deal because that's the thousands the hardest.
Yeah, and I was monetized straight away, so I've already got all my
wow, congratulations.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Welcome to the club.
Thank
Google
you.
is our employer. Google employs us.
feel free whenever we get you off of here, feel free to plug it and all that. And
oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. It was kind of a goal for 2024 was to, I love spreading the message of health because I wasn't so healthy when I was younger sometimes with all my, I certainly partied. I won't lie.
Well, you got down.
I did, but I did it in the 90s when nobody knew anything going on in foreign countries like Mexico. So my biggest piece of advice, if you want to misbehave, do it in a country where it isn't going to affect any of your records.
You dirty Brit, you. So real quick, I got to grasp that you're this world traveler and you've lived all over. So it's safe to say you don't have a fear of change.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Obviously, I'm not married with any kids. There's certain things that, I've made life choices not to remarry and obviously therefore not to have kids, because those are things that would change the trajectory of your life and how you live. So,
do you feel like you have a fear of success or rejection?
Oh, God.
You don't have a fear of failure. So do you have
success? No, I'm currently in grad school training to be an acute care adult gerontology nurse practitioner at Purdue. So obviously I have no fear. And my employer is paying for my grad school as long as I maintain my GPA. So.
It's nice. It's nice to hear that there's still companies and employers out there that'll like help their people get even further. That's really cool because sometimes
they pay for my part of my old grad school studies too, so they actually give money to pay for my previous bachelor's degree.
That's awesome. So one last question. So on your channel about health, what do you think? We could wrap it up on this. I got another guy, Doug. We're gonna get to you, Doug.
Absolutely.
What do you think your main advice for somebody who, let's just say they're unhealthy? What do you think the number one thing they could do right away to start feeling better? What do you think that would be?
Physical activity, just getting outside and walking 30 minutes a day and not so much fast food. Stop the fast food.
I agree with that.
Only slow food.
Can I have two things?
Only slow food.
Absolutely. I agree with that. And I'm guilty. Shape just got my ass in the gym. I've been sore for 3 days, bitching like no offense, but like a little girl.
Can't outrun the diet though. I've had marathon runners come to me with heart attacks, and it's diet. So you can't outrun the diet. So just be cautious, everybody. Those fast food places, they're taking your money and your health.
Absolutely. You're paying for it. And that's another thing. We know that these things are bad for us. And it's like, it seems to be so hard to go like this. I'm hitting this. I know it's no good for me, but I keep doing it. But I will beat it. I will beat it one day, and you guys will hear about it when I do. Trust me.
Well,
there'll be a whole fucking video on it.
Way to help with that, I would say.
All right. Well, leave your link in the chat and in the regular comment. Thanks for coming on. We got to get moving. We got a bunch of people building up.
Thanks for your show. I enjoy all the chat and the way you like to interact with your audience. I think that's really nice. So you take care and best of luck with your channel, sweetheart.
Absolutely. You too. Congratulations. All right. That was cool. All right. Doug, my boy, what's going on, brother? Where are you hailing from?
I'm from Texarkana, Texas.
Oh, we got a Texas boy in here.
It happens.
All right, my man. So tonight's topic, as you know, rejection, failure, fear of success.
I'm 55. All those things have happened to me. I lived in California for a long time. I went through the 2008 lose my home thing.
Oh shit.
But you come back from it. That's the thing. And that's what I want to tell people. You come back from these things. You keep on going, even if there's a chicken that lands on your car while you're trying to talk. You just keep on going.
Keep going. People love that one. And I was so lasered in that I didn't even realize that one was a peacock and one was a turkey.
You just kept calling it a chicken, and it didn't even phase you.
I was so in the zone that I forgot that he has turkeys and peacocks in the chicken coop, because he does have chickens and hens and roosters and stuff. So I just, for some reason, when you think chicken coop, you don't think turkeys and peacocks.
They're all chickens.
Yeah. So anyway, but like you said, with you come back from it, that's another thing I like to tell people is everyone loves a good comeback story. That's the best movies, the best documentaries. It's always a comeback story. So that's something I always got to tell myself is all the shit I've eaten, which in some people's eyes is nothing to them because other people have gone through worse. But I look at it where it's like, now I have all these stories to tell, and I've arrived at this place that even I at times didn't think I would ever make it to.
You'll have a lot more stories to tell.
Yeah. So
add another 20 years onto you. You'll have them.
Yeah. So what do you think now that you're 55? What do you think was probably the hardest thing you had to overcome in your life? If you had to pick one thing that you could look back at and go, man, that was difficult.
Health issues were pretty bad. Divorce was pretty bad.
Oh, that's a big one.
And but I've come back from them. I'm rich like you are. I have no bills.
Good man.
I don't have a bunch of money stacked up, but I don't have a bunch of money I owe people. And
that's
so
awesome.
that's a great thing. Coming back from breaking up with your wife and your family, and you don't want that happening. But even with that, you come back from it, you gain new insight. You can still make your life better. I like to play music. I went back to doing that, and now I do that every other weekend.
I see your mixer right behind you.
I got that thing for free.
I believe it. I believe it, man. I got a bunch of stuff behind me. All I had to say was, I'm a vintage fanatic, and you know what? A couple of these things, this boombox here, this other like TV over here. If I can't get my arm over there. I don't know what I'm doing. Those two things was just me literally telling people I collect odd vintage things. And the next thing you know, I'm at a stranger's house I met at Walgreens, true story, picking up a boombox. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know how we started talking about this in aisle 3 at Walgreens, but I'm glad it happened.
This came from a widow, and her husband, before he died, owned a sound company. And she's like, can you just get this stuff out of my house?
Please.
And I'm like, I'm your guy.
Absolutely. Yeah, you got the rock. You got the rock and roll hair too, man.
Oh, there you go. So we got to do it, right?
That's awesome, man. Last question before we keep it moving. Ed, I see you. Kevin Boyle, I see you in there waiting. We're gonna get to you in a moment. So, how long were you married? And do you have any kids?
I have 2 kids. Married for 15 years. My kids live with me, so it's an oddity that a guy ends up with kids the whole time. This happened about 8 years ago, and my kids are 14, 22, and they still live with me. My 22-year-old, he's going to college, working, and I'm saying, live at home with me. Live with your dad.
Yeah,
he's gonna have no bills, saving money, all those things. And I'm like, that's better than a debt by far.
Yeah.
And so he's listening to me doing it. He's turning out great, and both my kids are great. So I'm happy they're with me, and I get to be dad with them.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, you know what? That's something that, because I do deal with a fair amount of I'm pretty like, even young kids, they like the way I move. I talk with them, and like this kid,
I'm a teacher. I'm with kids every day.
Yep. And that's one thing I could tell people. I'm like, look, no one gives a shit if you live with your parents. And I said, honestly, if you have cool parents too, dude, just live with them. When you're by the time, if you just stay there and save your money and chill out and enjoy it, I go, you're going to be so happy you did, because by the time you're 27, 28, all your other friends that have moved out, you're probably going to be way further than them by the time. I know there's things you learn when you move out, and that's okay. But you could learn that when you're 28. You could learn how to pay a bill at 28 the hard way. It's not that big of a deal. So that's awesome, man. I appreciate you coming on, Doug.
Thank you.
Your
channel's great. Keep going.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate you being here, man. Thanks for hopping in. This guy Coy says, I just joined a band. My cousin's on banjo, and I'm on blotter acid. I have no idea what that is.
That's a new instrument.
Take a hit. All right, Kevin, what's going on, brother? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Kevin Boyle in Las Vegas. Awesome, dude. So we know where you're at. I'm assuming you're in Vegas.
Living the dream.
All right.
Yeah.
So tonight's topic, do you live in Vegas, I assume? Just
living right in Las Vegas. Yes, sir.
Absolutely. So tonight's topic, failure, success, fear of rejection, fear of all that. Have you dealt with that? And if so, feel free to share.
Yeah, I can look back for, I'm 67 years old. We moved out here to Las Vegas in 2007, kind of just picked up everything in Connecticut and moved out here. And my wife's a teacher. She had a job. I didn't have a job. And but I ended up teaching at the College of Southern Nevada for 5 years. And just one thing I want to say about education, don't be afraid to go to college, but do it as cheap as you possibly can. And this whole thing about trades and all that, oh, you're going to get a career out of it. I don't see at least those first years of college as building up a trade or anything. It's just learning how to think, getting a base on, what our culture is, what our heritage is, and having a connection to the broader culture, and making you want to learn, lifelong learning. I was lucky that early on I got that gift where I always want to learn, read, and that's helped me out a lot in life. So
yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm a college grad, unlike Jack, and boy, oh boy, I feel like high school's not enough education for most people. Not especially not for me, to be a good critical thinker and a great student. So college definitely helped me be way better student, and definitely taught me how to critical think.
That makes sense. I think it's refreshing though, now that, like, hearing it the way you just said it, go to college, but as cheap as possible. I think that's something kind of refreshing about that. I totally agree with that. And I know I kind of, like, I try not to harp on it too much. I just hate the fact that people are, whether it's their choice to go or not, right? People go, you're 18, you made the decision. I just think my biggest problem with it is the price gouging. That's really kind of my gripe with it. I don't think it's bad at all. Like, when I went to community college, it was nothing. It literally cost absolutely nothing. I think the prices are like 5x compared to when I went, and that was only 15 years ago. So I think that's kind of my biggest problem with it, is like, I hate getting ripped off or ripping people off. And I just feel like, not all college, obviously, but I feel like when I look at it, or people look at it, that's kind of all we really see. And we forget that there's other options. So I appreciate you coming on here and saying that, because maybe I didn't really look at it from that side of the coin and really think about it from that perspective.
The thing is too, is, I went to Tufts University, elite Eastern school, and it's like $65,000 now before you buy your first slice of pizza.
That's criminal.
It's ridiculous. And we get these letters every year from the director of admission talking about how diverse the class is and blah, 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 right? We get them from these states. When I was teaching at the College of Southern Nevada, I was teaching composition and world literature. And all you had to do was open the doors, and you had automatic diversity. We had 72-year-olds. We had guys that had been in the Marines just back from Fallujah for 5 weeks. We had all different orientations, all different races. We had strippers. we had, everything. And
we had strippers.
Yeah,
we trying to get educated, baby.
I'll tell you, those summer school courses were kind of hard to teach because I had to focus my eyes on the back of the room. I couldn't really look at some of my students.
Because Jenny, will you please just put this sweater on? Does anybody have a quilt or something? Please, God.
There was one girl that was she performed in La Rive, which is one of the Cirque du Soleil shows, and this girl was the fittest person I've ever seen in my life, but I couldn't really look at her. She was like too attractive. But anyway, they all had to come down and all be in the classroom together, and everybody got along. Everybody learned from each other, from everybody's different perspective. So that's one thing you got out of an inexpensive community college. And the other thing I tell people out here is send your kid 2 years to College of Southern Nevada. Get those 2 years under your belt. You're going to get real teachers. You're going to get actual classrooms, small classes. And then if you want, send them to UNLV, send them to, another school. But you got those 2 years under your belt and you're not paying these ridiculous, this ridiculous amount of tuition. So, I mean, and then you just get that basis under your belt about what the world's about, what literature's about, all the interconnections we can have. And you got that going for you when you're starting out or, later on too.
All right. So I'm going to wrap it up. We're going to get to the next guy in the queue, but I got one last question for you. So how long have you been teaching?
Well, I'm not teaching now. I'm actually,
well, I mean, how long did you teach?
I taught there for 5 years. And I taught at a couple other smaller colleges, but the best experience of my life was those 5 years where I taught there. I got aced out on some academic politics, which is that stuff is brutal. But if I could go back, I'm a lawyer right now, making a lot of money as a lawyer. But if I could go back to doing that, I'd do it in a minute.
That's awesome, man. Now, last thing, I'm gonna let you go. I think a thing for me now that I really think about it was, maybe I was kind of a little, not a little bit, but when I did go to college for 3 months, I think a big part of it was like, I don't even think I'm going to pass this stuff. I think that might have been a big thing with it too, was like just the doubt of even being able to get through it, especially when it came to like serious algebra. I understood basic algebra, but when it started to get to those levels, dude, it just did not click with me. It didn't click with me. And I felt like it's the same thing over and over again. You can or you can't. Which one is it?
One thing I've learned in the course of my life is that if you ask for help, you're going to get it.
That's a good one.
I was too proud to ask for help a lot of times in my life. And if I had, things would have gone different.
Well, I appreciate you coming on, Kev. Thank you so much. And keep doing your thing, man. That's awesome.
Okay, Jack.
Appreciate you coming on.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thanks, brother. He had a great point, though. I didn't even think about that. Inner Knight goes, the stripper in my wife's doctorate schooling started banging one of the professors. Oh, yeah. Professor's got to get some, too. He's in there. He's teaching the kids. He's doing all this. He's got to have a little fun. All right. We got Ed in here. Ed, can you hear us?
No. Ed, what's going on, my brother? You there?
It's not looking too good.
All right, Ed, when you get mic'd up, let us know.
All right. Ed's blowing it. I'm just kidding.
Guys, the link's in the chat, please. If you want to jump in, we're here. We want to talk to you, hear what you guys have to say about fear of success, failure, or rejection. Which one do you have?
Or all three.
Yeah.
Chessa Monroe goes, I'm a dancer in community college, currently definitely trying to better myself. Well, that's awesome. That's good. Boomer pushing the college narrative. Classic. Yeah. Well, one thing I will say about him is at least he said do it as cheap as possible because, a lot of these people, they just want you in. They just want the money. So that's cool. At least have someone who's like not just in it for the bread.
Yeah. No, if you go to college for free, that's a great deal. Great deal.
Let's see. Brick and mortar indoctrination camps are a thing of the past. Might as well go to a Motel 6 with a laptop. actually kind of makes sense. Unfortunately, it kind of makes sense. I mean, you know what? Do I think all school's bad? No. Another thing I didn't say is I feel like college is like, I feel like it's good for some people, but I don't think it's good. I don't think it's good for most people.
Yeah.
And I really just think it's the price point, honestly. Like if it wasn't that as expensive and it was like reasonable, like, you know, $10,000 a year, even, I think that's fair. You know, I don't think that's unfair. Or even a free one. You know, what's up with all the taxes? You feel me? Mike K goes, huge problem is people who have felonies or criminal records, they feel forced into trades. And I understand trades can make good money, but they also break your body. Felons think outside the box. Yeah. You know, as somebody who has actually had a felony, you do have to get very creative when that's on your record. That's for sure. I will say that. What's this one? This one goes, screw formal education. You don't need to go to school into massive debt and waste precious time when you can make money and accumulate knowledge, skills now. Yeah, I think a lot of people are on that same wavelength. But I think going to college, I think really what it is it shows, this is something I understand. It shows that you had the discipline to go do all these tasks. Like, I think that's something, because I didn't have the discipline to do that. So if me and him went to the same job, right? And we're going in for the job and he shows up and he shows that he did a 4-year college and I didn't, I feel like he would have the upper hand, strictly because he was able to go in there, and whether you're taking orders or not, whatever, it's the same with the military. Like someone who goes to the military probably has much more discipline than Jackie Boy here. Not to sell myself short, but they probably do. You know, they realistically, they probably do. All right, let's see what else. Read Evasions goes, read books out loud, learn how to speak at the same time and listen to it. Yeah, you know what's funny is I guess I never really read too much because I've been reading all your guys' comments and I put in the videos. And that's something I didn't even realize I had an issue with until I started plugging your guys' comments in. I was like, wow, I really stumble across words a lot. But you know what? I'm going to get better. Catch me in a year from now. I'm going to be blowing through this like I'm a professional, like I'm a wizard. Or you could do what John Jones did, watch YouTube videos on fight techniques and win the UFC title. Yeah, you know what? You can learn a lot from YouTube. Chuck Nasty in the building. What's up, Chuck? What most people need to learn is how to vote with your dollars. Oh, I'm guilty, man. I'm guilty, dude. I'm very guilty. Actually, we don't have anybody in the queue right now. Put these down. My ears are.
Yeah,
dude, you keep these headphones on long enough, man, your ears start.
My ears are like
they're sore.
Yeah,
they're sore.
Back in the day, we used to wear headbands so our ears won't poke out like this.
Yeah.
So
oh,
you could
really?
tell I wore so you could tell I wore headbands.
I know 2 people that have had ear surgery because they were too wide out.
Yeah, they're like Dumbo ears.
Yeah. Oh, God damn it. We just had a break from the headphones. We got somebody else in the chat coming in. All right. Oh, we got Dave, my boy. What's
Hey,
going
what's up? My bad, man. It was quiet, so I hopped in.
I appreciate you. You're always coming in.
Can you hear me good?
Why?
Yeah, we can hear you perfect, man.
Oh, nice. I had to mute one side. Got this side going.
You probably got the best audio quality of everybody so far.
Yeah, I got like a little gaming setup, so it's decent.
Real quick, before I get with you, Dave, Mr. Fendel goes, skateboarding taught me to overcome fear of failure in all aspects of life. Failure is the path to refining your skill set in almost every field.
Facts.
Yes, skateboarding, I'm going to tell you guys, it's one thing to do something. Skateboarding is one of those things where you fall on concrete on a daily basis if you skate every day. And it really takes you kind of got to be a bit of a nutcase to do it, because that's why a lot of people start skating and quit, because when you fall on concrete, it really hurts, especially when you're going 10, 15 miles an hour and you do it all the time. But that's one thing I totally agree with him. I should do a whole fucking video on that. I could go deep on this. I'm not going to talk about it right now. But
yeah, imagine how long it takes to learn one trick.
Dude, you will sit. I'm not going to go too deep. I'll be here forever talking about it. Okay. I do agree with him. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna real quick. I gotta screen capture this because I'm gonna plug this in because I'm actually gonna do a video on this. All right. So we got Dave in here. So Dave, how old are you and where are you hailing from for the new people watching?
Yeah, I'm 28. I'm from Washington.
All right. Awesome. And you you live in Hawaii, right?
Yep, I'm in Hawaii for now.
You're chilling. All right. So tonight's topic: fear of failure, fear of success, even rejection. Have you dealt with that at all as a young man here?
I think I probably dealt with like a little bit of each one, and then with like fear of failure, I feel like for me, I feel like I'm gonna lose what I've earned, or like if I'm saving or something, I feel like I'm gonna lose it. You know, like I have
You might be
like I don't
feeling
have
that.
enough.
Yeah.
He points at me. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, dude. That's something because like sometimes you look at it and I go, man, I can't believe I had this much money at one point. Oh, sorry, this much money at one point, and now I have this much. And then, you know, I look at it like I'm just going to make it back and I'm going to be wiser with it and I'm going to put it away and try and, you know, save up for retirement. If that will ever be a thing. It will be. I'm going to do it. But that's something I worry about too. I go, man, you know, I'm full time with this now. And I go, God, I just go, but you are what you think about. So I try not to think about it too much. I try not to think about like, oh, what if I keep thinking, oh, I'm going to go broke, then probably is what's going to happen. So, but I'm guilty of that. Like I go, oh man, what if all this just goes to shit? And then I got to snap out of it. And I go, no, you can't think that way. So I totally agree with that. That's something I've definitely worried about. Or like living in my car again. I've had nightmares about that.
The worst thing about fear of failure is it prevents people from even starting, from taking the first step. You know what I'm saying? So like it hinders you from even trying something new. You know,
I think for me, and not in a bad way, like not to tell anyone to give up or anything. Obviously, that's not what I'm saying. But I think there's been a lot of times, and I'm sure a lot of people could speak with this, is like when you get overlooked a couple times. So it might take a little longer to get where you think. Like if you think you deserve a promotion or a better spot or something, like you might not be the starter on the basketball team. You know what I'm saying? Like you're on the bench, you know, and like you might feel like, you know, I'm not good enough or whatever. But you're good. You're just not better than the starter. You know? It's kind of.
No, that's something too. Like, because I've seen people, like I've worked at jobs where the person, like my peers or a couple of coworkers will be like, you know, I feel like I'm not, you know, I feel like they don't appreciate me and all this stuff. And I've had to tell them before I go, look, I left a job to come here because of that reason. And sometimes you gotta switch. Like if your company's not valuing you for long enough, that's up to you to stay there and maybe you don't feel respect, you know, you don't feel appreciated. Sometimes the best move is to literally just go somewhere new. And maybe those people will actually, you know, get in where you fit in kind of thing. Maybe that's just not it for you. Because I've definitely felt that way, man. I mean, I've left even a high-paying job. Real quick, what's up, Alienated TV? How you doing? He goes, YouTube is also a consistent series of failings up until you learn a bit more and a video does well.
Facts.
1000%. He actually has got a really cool channel. You guys can check out Alienated TV. It's a lot of dating stuff. But he reached out to me when I had like maybe 3,000 subs, and he was way bigger than me. And I was just like, damn, and he just hit me with some encouragement and just like, you're doing great. Just keep going. And that meant a lot, man, because sometimes you don't have that. And I feel like sometimes I need to even do that for people. Maybe give them a little bit of encouragement. Maybe I don't do it as enough. Maybe I should do it more. Thanks for the $5 from Expired Passport, bro. Coffee on me, big fella. Hit the gym.
Passport, bro.
Yep, I'm back in the gym, man. We're gonna hit chest tomorrow.
Yeah,
we're gonna hit chest tomorrow. I'm gonna.
What gym do you guys go to?
He's fancy. He goes to
Lifetime.
Lifetime
Fitness.
Dude, it's like 3 stories. They got a pool on the roof. Like, dude, cat's tits, dude. Like, awesome. Like, it's a really dope gym. I don't have the funds to go join it right now. I think it's almost $300 a month. But it is like, but dude, it's the ultimate. Like, they got a pool on the roof with a full bar. They got a deli. They got like 3 stories. It's pretty trippy shit.
Supermarket.
I go to 24, and it's way cheaper than that. I think it's like $30 a month.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I can go to any location. I don't know if every gym's like that. So
yeah,
that
actually,
helps out.
I canceled my Planet Fitness membership, but I got a gym at my clubhouse, and it's really old equipment. But I got a pull-up bar, bench press. I'm just gonna start doing it at the crib, and I'm just gonna get back into it. I have plenty of time now too.
Okay. And before you kick me off and move on, I did get a couple of my friends to start watching your videos. One of my buddies like, "Oh, I'm watching you right now." So I'm like, "Oh, sweet."
Oh, that's hilarious. And shout out to the homie. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
You always pop on. It's always good to see you, man. Real quick, one last question before we try and get Ed back in here. So you're 28, and you said you fix helicopters, or you fix airplanes, right?
Yeah.
So when you were going into that field, were you pretty confident about that, or was that something you were like kind of nervous about? Like, did you have a kind of like maybe going, man, can I actually do this? Because that's pretty serious stuff. You're working on something that's going airborne, So do you ever think about that, or like, are you pretty confident with it?
Oh yeah, I mean the whole time, like, cause you're like taking classes and you have to like take tests and yada yada. But I didn't really even know what the end was gonna be. I just was like working through the school. So like each step of the like you graduate this first couple months, then they're like, you want to go left or right, and then you go 6 months left or right. So you kind of don't even know what the end is until you finish. So.
Oh wow, that's kind of nerve wracking a little bit.
Yeah, and
this is like
I
a
remember
school, or what is that school? Is that?
Oh, it was a military.
Okay, through the military.
So it's like you kind of just pick like a whole general field. At least I did, and then I kind of narrowed it down. I'm sure some people like pick specifically what they wanted.
You just went for like a broad kind of deal.
Like a broad, like.
Oh, that's
I
awesome.
didn't know what I was gonna end.
Well, that's sick, man. Well, I appreciate you hopping on, Dave. We're gonna get Ed in here and try and get Ed one more time. But take it easy, man. Fucking Maui chilling. Take it easy, brother. Until next time, brother.
Keep those planes safe, my brother.
Yes, sir.
All right. So Mike K goes, I'm trying to set up a laptop so I could chat video. If I don't get into it to work, I wanted to say that thank you, Jack, for your contact. Sitting in a hospital right now. Oh, that sucks, Mike. Hope you're all right. Brother. Unless you just work at a hospital, then that's cool. Get your bread. Ed, can you hear us?
Oh man, the audio's bad.
Not cool, dude. Not cool.
Try again, all right?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Ed. It's you're blowing. You're gonna blow my speakers, man. All right. Let's see what else we got. See any good comments here? Let's see.
Yeah, guys. I mean, we really want to talk about this failure stuff. This fear of failure, rejection.
Well, what about you, Shape? What do you think your biggest fear has been in your life?
Right now, success, man. Success keeps me up at night. The anxiety of like taking off on YouTube. But we went out to Brickell in Miami where we're doing on-street, street intercepts, interviewing people on the street, and to see that like it's still pretty safe for YouTubes to kind of move in small packs and not necessarily carry around big security. Like we've seen Aiden Ross, he didn't have big security. He had like 3-4 guys with him or whatever when he's walking the streets of Miami. But yeah, the fear of just having to change your life so fast, because if you don't, it might cost you. Like let's say Pop Smoke, he got killed because he got famous so fast and he just didn't know how to handle everything. He couldn't put the proper security measures in place. And that's like one of my biggest fears, that like, I get success happens to me and then like someone catches me, slipping or something.
Yeah, that's something I noticed. I'm not trying to rag on you, but when he came down, he has this idea of South Florida in his head that we're all just gun toting and like drive-bys and all this shit.
Yeah.
And then he comes down and it turns out that it's like the opposite of that.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, that's so crazy, because I've never had that like fear of like someone trying to get me or any of this stuff. I've just never worried about that. So it's just funny to not funny, but it was just different to see that mindset of like kind of almost worried about looking around like someone's out to get you.
Yeah.
But I will say, since you've been here though, Shape, because you said you have had anxiety about YouTube and is it going to work and all this. Do you think, real quick, before we get Jackie in here, do you think since you've been here and you're surrounded, like us together, you got someone else in the boat with you, do you think since you've been here, your anxiety about it has gone down?
Oh, way down.
Because I've noticed you've been like because when I talk to, so me and Shape, we talk usually once a day on the phone, just a quick little brainstorming real quick, just kind of, because we don't really have anyone who's in this realm with us. So it's important to have somebody who's kind of trying to do the same thing you are or doing the same thing you are. So, but when I'm on the phone with them, I can feel it on him. But now that he's been here, like I'm telling you, once you guys see Shape's new stuff that he's going to be posting, dude, he's like on the, it's honestly, I was super impressed. I was like kind of scared to do it. Mainly only because I didn't have my questions picked out. Not that I was like super, like, I know I'll be fine doing it, but he just jumped in. It was like, and I even said, I was like, dude, that's it. That's what you got to be doing. So, but that's awesome, man. That's, because I get it, man. I've been scared of it too. Thanks, Garrido. 20K to 30K. So happy about it all. And I all of you guys for being here and supporting my show. Jackie on the track.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Hey, what's going on, brother?
Jackie O. Where you?
All right.
How old are you?
I'm 30 and I'm currently living in Salt Lake City, but I'm from Denver. So, yeah. And
how long were you? So when you're from Denver, how long did you live there? Are you new to Salt Lake?
no, I moved here during the pandemic. Well, I guess towards the end of it. So July of 21. Yeah. And then I actually moved from an Asian country back in 2003 to Denver. So I was born overseas.
Okay, that's awesome, man. So
yeah.
you've been around.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. So tonight's topic of discussion: fear of failure, fear of success, fear of rejection. Have you dealt with any of those? And if so, you feel free to lay it on us.
Yeah, so I guess a lot of things are going on right now. Just I'm gonna focus on jobs because I know a lot of people are probably going through a hard time with either getting laid off or looking for work and they're getting rejected. I personally have applied 300 different jobs before I started my last job.
Wow.
You broke up really quickly. You said you applied for 300 jobs?
Yeah. So I work in finance. My background was investment banking. I used to work for Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley. And I was in private equity for a while. So just know that even with the background like mine, I have a hard time like getting what I want. So it's not always what you want, but what suits you at the time. Granted, I found like this job is fully remote and it's perfect. Suits what I want, but it just make sure that you live within your means and understand that life is going to be perfect, and getting rejected like kind of hits you really hard after you're like, hey, I qualified for this one, but so there are 10,000 other people that qualify for this one. So
yeah,
what makes you stand out? And people say that college, it's not worth it, and etc. It's just a scam. I don't believe that's true. I believe it's true where people spend money on useless degrees like gender studies and stuff. What the hell are you going to do with a gender study?
That's true.
Like,
I guess you study genders.
Yeah, I can do that going out. I can look at my dog. My dog's butt naked the whole time.
But you don't know the 100 different genders that exist currently. So you gotta.
Yeah, you could be a master, become a master in that. Okay, so real quick. So with your background and everything, do you think that 300 applications? Do you think that made you feel kind of less than, or did it give you a fear of like, shit, is this even going to work for me? Or
oh yeah, 100%. I have 2 master's degrees. I have I'm an MBA investment financial planning, and I have a master's in business management. So I mean, after the first 5 jobs, I was like, sure, for sure. I got interviews, all of them, and then made it to the last stage, and all said no. So, I mean, it hits you hard. You're like, what am I doing wrong? That's, with my background and stuff, what am I doing wrong, right? So it always comes back, what are you doing wrong? It could just be that you're not the exact fit that they're looking for, or just remember that the companies focus, and especially some managers, they might be afraid that you're going to take their job if you're overqualified. So things like that is what people don't think about, and I had a hard time dealing with that.
Oh, I'm sure, man. I've had the same thing too, because talk about, for a while, I thought the only way I could make it in entertainment or in this realm was through stand-up comedy. And that's actually the hardest way to do it. Most people do not become successful just through stand-up, at least in today's climate. Usually it's from something like this. Then they're able to shine with their stand-up. But it took me a while to accept the fact that I'm going to have to try different things in order to get that outcome I wanted. So I think that kind of goes the same for a lot of jobs or a lot of places. It's kind of like you get rejected by all these places. It's kind of, I look at it now where it's like, well, you weren't supposed to work there. It's easy for me to say that, especially if you're someone looking for a job right now, like poor Anthony and his wife. They're having a hard time. But you know what? They're so optimistic and they seem like they're holding themselves. It's like, I feel like they're going to be just fine. And like she said, hopefully she gets this job where she's going to be making more than she ever had. Maybe that was like it. You got to hold out. But yeah, man, I appreciate you coming on. Do you have anything else you'd like to say? Got another person in the queue here. Anything else you'd like to share?
Yeah, just don't give up. And something about relationship. My ex-fiance just left me a couple months ago. So
shit. Sorry.
No, you're good. She's from Germany, and you know what? It's better now that she's left. It's saving me a lot of money. I'm not broke anymore.
Oh wow. Okay, gotcha. It was like that.
Wives are expensive. Okay.
Yep. So just be careful who you get in a relationship with, and don't invest heavily because you love someone. Just make sure that they're the right person for you before you
really
make that
commit.
commitment. Yep, exactly.
Gotcha. I think we're all guilty of that too. I appreciate you. Hey, appreciate you coming on, Jackie. Have a great night, man, and thanks for popping in.
All right, thanks, guys.
So thank you, Max Wynn, for the $10 from downtown. A big one. Appreciate that. We really do. It means a lot. All right, we got Nathan on the track. Nathan, can you hear us?
I can hear you. How you doing?
What up, Nathan? Man. How's it going?
Great, man.
Good, man. Jack, I love your show. I'm a new kind of listener, follower. Yeah, I just wanted to chime in, and I'm in my late 40s, and I just wanted to talk about when I was in my 30s, man. I was still trying to figure out. Took some risks. Had a restaurant with some business partners that went south. Lost a ton of money. Negative in my bank account. Negative credit, man. Just had a girlfriend at the time who was chiding me because she was making six figures and I wasn't pulling in any money. And I was a college dropout who wanted to, just pursue my passion. And the one thing I can say to anybody is if you have a drive and a desire to do something in life, regardless of what people say, if that fire is burning inside of you, you're going to go through ups and downs, and just stick to it. I'm in the industry that I want to be in now. I'm in commercials. I'm a producer. I make a great living. I started at the bottom late in the game. Like the average production assistants in their 20s. I started like as a 37-year-old.
Oh, wow.
As a production assistant.
Can you get me a
worked
job?
my way up to a producer. What's that?
Can you get me a job?
If you want to come out to California, man, we can talk. But it's just, the funny thing when my business failed, I had a customer who came to me and he told me something. He said, he gave me two quotes by Winston Churchill. He said, when you're going through hell, keep going.
Keep going. Yeah.
Nice. And the other one is never, never, never give up.
Hey, I got a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
So when you started as a productionist, how you said you were old considering all the other people in that position.
Yeah.
Was that something you kind of got some slack? Like people give you slack for that?
No.
Like you didn't get any like snarky remark, or did that worry you at all? Or were you just this is what I want to do?
Because I didn't worry about it because it's what I wanted to do. Believe it or not, like as a set PA on commercials, back when I started, I think I was making like $250 a day, which isn't a ton of money, but I'm working 4 or 5 days a week. That's $1,000 right there. And I just kept stacking. And then I moved into the office and I was, prepping the job for a week, doing the shoot, wrapping the job. So then, a 1 week's worth of work as a set PA turned into 3 weeks worth of work as an office PA.
Oh,
and
wow.
When I moved up as a coordinator, my salary doubled from $250 to $450. And then I moved up to a production supervisor, went up to $600 a day. So it I saw the benefit of it. I didn't let anybody talk me out of it. I knew, I knew when I was little I wanted to be in like the TV film industry, and I've worked a bunch of different jobs outside of that industry, but always in the back of my mind, I had the goal, like some way or somehow, I'm going to make it into this industry. And I got in, and I got in at the bottom, and I just hustled, and I worked hard, didn't complain, learned as I went, and now I'm at the top.
Yeah, I relate with that so much, because every time, you know, starting this journey of what we're doing here, every single time I've drifted away, it's something that's on my mind every day. Every single day, even when I didn't do it for 2-3 years straight, it was always on my mind. And I would just say to myself, I'd look myself in the mirror and I'd go, you're going to have to do it eventually. You know, when's it coming? And that was just it. It was kind of like, and if anybody here has that thought about anything, whatever it is, I highly recommend you just do it, because it will start to eat at you. I know it did for me. It got to a point where I literally was like, hung up the resale business, stopped posting, stopped working, crawled back on my hands and knees to the old bar I bartended at, which I owe them a lot. Jumbie Bay, shout out to them in Jupiter. And they took me back, arms wide open, and I started from scratch. I went back, I stopped that, went so that I could focus on this. And I'm happy I did. I really am, because I think about it sometimes. I'm like, to think that I could have just kept not doing it, I wouldn't be here with Shape. I wouldn't be here with you guys.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm glad you're here, man. I'm like I said, I'm kind of new discovering your channel, and I love what you're doing. And it's just this is only going to lead to bigger and better things for you. It's you have a passion for it. It's clear. It shows. And you know, like anybody else who has a passion, just stick with it. You're going to go through hard times. That's just. But the taste of success is sweeter when you've persevered through things that put you in situations where you have to make a decision, and you stick with your gut and you stick to your guns, and you come out on the other side. And that's how you learn, and that's how you grow, and that's how you succeed in life. And
absolutely
build your network. You know, you never know who's going to give you another shot at something, or you never know who you're going to meet on your journey. Like you don't know who you're going to meet in these chat rooms and things like that are going to maybe want to help enhance whatever it is you're doing, or you can direct somebody else to something. So it's just, you have to have some stick-to-itness and stick with it, and ultimately you'll come out good on the other side.
Absolutely, man. Because all the people that have helped me out and have been there supporting me, I remember all of them, and they are always forever invited, no matter what level this gets to. I will take them in, and I will let them. They want to come on here and they want to do something and promote their stuff.
Yeah.
You know what? You were there when I was not nobody, but this wasn't there, and you supported me when people would laugh at me for 18 likes on a post, which they did. They did. You know what? And even if they don't think they're being mean, or maybe they knew they were being mean, I've had people literally, be like see my social media presence and go, yeah, 600 followers. You're really doing it, Jack. And you just go,
Yeah, you know what? Real quick before I jump off, because we live in an age where social media is a heavy influencer. A lot of times, in our psyche, we think that if people like or don't like what we're doing, that we're not doing what we're supposed to, or that what we're not doing is relevant. Half the time, those people are trolls, and realistically, you don't even know who those people are. So why do they even matter? The people that really love and support what you're going to do, they're going to support what you're going to do. And the people that are going to hate are going to hate. And if you have haters, you're doing something right, because that means you're growing. And people try to keep you back and keep you down. So just keep doing it. Just keep doing it, bro.
Hey, I really appreciate you hopping on, Nathan. Congrats on all the success, dude. And by the way, I love the profile picture. The hat's bananas.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man.
You and Pharrell need to go kick it. You know what I mean?
Hey, you know what? Maybe that'll happen. Have a good one.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. Later, brother. Thanks for the 2 big ones from Joe Effring. Joe Effring. I can't read that.
Joe for NY.
Joe Fern NY. Joe Fernie. Thanks for the $2. 5 minutes of pleasure can be a lifetime of woe. You love that saying. He said that a bunch. I really appreciate that. The donation too. This dude A goes, as an older person, I don't know anyone who hasn't been kicked in the teeth at least a handful of times. Know that you can get through it. We always had that thought of get through it. Appreciate you, man. Ryan coming in hot. He had some great comments in the last video. I plugged them twice. In 3 generations, we'll all be dead, including the hater. Wow, that was deep.
Especially the hater.
Especially the hater. If you ain't got no haters, you ain't doing nothing right. Well, guys, you know what? I feel like right now we got nobody in the chat. It's cool. It's a cool time to thank everybody for being here tonight. God, just hell of a talk. Me and Shape are going to go enjoy our night. May pop on a movie. I don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to vibe out and enjoy the rest of Shape's vacation here, which I feel like I'm on vacation. I feel like I've been balling out a little too hard.
Yeah, right.
And it's funny thing, because Shape's vegan. And this whole week he's been here, I've been vegan too this entire week. And I got to tell you, I feel pretty good. And I can't believe how great some of these vegan restaurants I never even heard of are. And, you know,
a really good tofu Benedict.
Yeah, no, seriously, it was so good. We ordered another one. But I just got to tell you guys that that's something that I've never actually really tried before. And it's been almost a whole week. And my camera's freezing. Love all you guys. Appreciate everybody coming on. And, God, just hell of a talk. And we're going to wrap it up. Good shit. Solid time. Hey, guys, take a hit for the road. Okay. And till next week, I appreciate everyone, man. Appreciate all you guys. God, solid talk. Unreal.